Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, and a brave noob world for you this week. It's going to be Ezio versus pressF. Here on Deathaura, the latter edition, bottom right-hand corner, it is the Red Terran player pressF. And in the top left, it is the Blue Zerg player Ezio with the Overmind spinning logo from Brood War and the Brood War skin for his hatchery. It's just super busy. I feel like it's very super busy here compared to the actual Brood War hatch, but I don't know. To each their own. Alright, so this is a Brave Noob World. That is a Bronze or Silver League level replay sent to Snipermonkey at the email address in the description. If you send them to me, I will not screen them. Okay? Send them to Snipermonkey. He'll go through them, he'll watch them, and let me know which ones are the best. And then let me choose from which one sounds most interesting. So, yeah. Brave Noob World. That's the subject you need to put on your email to Snipermonkey. And in a bit of housekeeping, I started up a new YouTube channel for StarCraft 2 content, okay? So starting October 1st, which is coming up here in about a week or so, all StarCraft 2 content, including Brave Noob World, Mid-Rank Madness, Sunday Series, Falcons 3v3 games, will be at that channel. So if you're here for StarCraft 2, which I feel like you are, because you clicked on this Brave Noob World, go ahead, click the link in the description to Falcon Paladin's SC2 channel. It's just named Falcon Paladin SC2. It's very easy to find. Click the link, subscribe. Like, if you're here for StarCraft 2, that's where it's going to be. It's just a matter of the algorithm. You've heard me talk about the algorithm time and time again, and what it comes down to is the algorithm does not like the fact that I'm doing StarCraft 2 and Brood War at the same time. They're hurting each other, and so I'm going to move StarCraft 2 to its own channel just because the view counts for that one are going down, whereas the view counts for Brood War are going up. So I appreciate y'all. If you've been with me through thick and thin, through the 5 years I've been casting StarCraft 2 here, I appreciate it. I thank you so much. But it's time for a new channel for StarCraft 2, and we'll see how things go from there. Again, click the link. There's a link to the StarCraft 2 channel in the description. There's no content there yet, but starting October 1st, there absolutely will be. Any comments or questions you have, put them in the comments of this video. I will read them because I read every comment anybody ever makes on any of my videos. I say that a lot, but people still don't believe me. But by golly, it is the truth, for heaven's sakes. Okay, so what are we doing in this StarCraft game of Brave Noob World? Well, it looks like Ezio's doing some good things. He's got speed on the way. He's got a second base. He could probably stand to take a third, considering the fact that pressF's natural is done effectively. And there it is. Third base coming in at 3 minutes. Okay, anywhere from 2:30 to 3 I will accept from a Zerg player. Again, assuming there's an expansion from the Terran. If this is a one-baser out of the Terran, don't take your third. Just sit there on 2, make units, deal with it, and then expand maybe if you don't kill them. It's really a question of what you want to do. Blue Flame Hellion coming in from pressF. That is a very fast Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade. Wow. And a starport. So I like what's happening from pressF. He's got double gas going. He's got his factory. He's got his starport. He's building stuff out of all of them. And so far, I'd say this is a pretty clean opening from both of these players. I'm really, I'm impressed. I do love the Roach Warren, considering the Blue Flame upgrade that's coming in. I know Ezio's doing this a bit blind because he doesn't know this is happening, but Roaches are going to be fantastic against Hellbats and Hellions with the Blue Flame. They are a beautiful answer. And if there happens to be, I was going to say, if there's a Thor or something, Roaches are actually pretty good against those too in numbers. Roaches and Ravagers can really burn down Thors quickly. Assuming there's only one of them among a group of Hellions, for example, right? You can take down the Thor. The Hellions really can't do much to your Roaches and Ravagers because they don't do bonus damage versus you. They do bonus damage versus Lings and Banelings and stuff. Is that a fusion core? No, it's an armory. Okay, so upgrades will abound here for the mech. We're definitely not going bio despite the number of Marines that are out. This is a little bit tricky. Is this a hybrid? Because these are entirely unupgraded Marines. They don't have any upgrades at all. No combat shield, no stim, no attack, no armor, nothing. So he has a lot of them, though. This is a lot more Marines than you generally see. And then he's going to drop Hellions over. So this is such an interesting play out of pressF. He's going to shuttle some Hellions over to try to get some damage done. I'd really like Ezio to actually make some Roaches. Like, honestly, at 5 minutes, if you don't have anything but 4 Lings, you're probably going to be in a bit of trouble. And yeah, I'm watching the production tab here. No roaches at all. I know you need to drone, but you also need some army for situations like this. A Terran's gonna drop you sometime in the first 5 minutes. They're gonna push on you. They can't, if they sit there and let you do whatever you want for the first 5 to 6 minutes, they're gonna lose. So this is a huge problem. A blue flame Hellion drop at 5 minutes is brutal from pressF. And then the Hellbat transformation, because of course we have the armory. Oh boy, are there roaches in production? No. So the queens are trying to do this on their own lonesome here, but this seems really problematic. Ooh, the medevac even healing up is helping a little bit here. Look at the drone count. Look, they're just burning drones alive here. There's drones here for some reason. 15 of them have gone down just from this attack alone. This Hellbat has 9 kills. That one has 14. That's a 14 kill Hellbat. And, okay, now they're dead. Okay, so the roach is finally popping out for Ezio. That was brutal. But the good news is, you killed all of the Hellbats and you killed the medevac. So that means, guess what? You're actually doing okay. 32 to 31 workers. 3 bases to 2 bases. This Marine tank stuff from pressF is confusing me to no end. He's still pumping Marines. They're unupgraded. Unupgraded Marines die to everything. They're not fast enough to run away from anything. They don't do a ton of damage either because they don't have stim. This is such a weird thing from pressF. It's like he's doing a Marine tank play, but unupgraded Marines with tanks is such a weird combination. That's why we like the Brave Noob world though, right? That's why we're into it, is because strange things happen that don't happen at the professional level. He's getting Spore Crawlers, which generally you want to do it about 5.5 minutes against Terran. That's the Cloak Banshee timing. Against Protoss, obviously it's about 3:30 for those safety spores, but 5.5 is going to do pretty well against Terran. Good against Liberators too. Anywho. Alright, so yeah, droning back up a little bit here. 52 workers to 39 workers. I'm liking Ezio's macro in this game, absolutely. pressF is really just Marine tanking it with unupgraded Marines. I'm flabbergasted. I'm trying to figure out what on earth is going on here, and I just don't have an answer for you right now. I don't know. So additional factories coming in because we're doing mech. There's going to be a Marine tank push, but after that it's going to be the mech. This would confuse me, honestly. If this Terran was playing against me, I'd be like, okay, so hold on. There's Marines and tanks here. After the Blue Flame Hellbats, and then the follow-up is more mech. Sure. Why the heck not? 22 entire... I keep checking. I keep checking to see if there are any upgrades for these Marines at all. This is a really scary army, though. And generally, I don't like roaches versus this particular setup, but considering the Marines are not upgraded, I kind of feel like roaches are going to do better here. He is entirely caught by surprise. Ezio has no idea this is happening at all. So he's going to lose a queen and a couple of roaches there pretty much instantly. That Liberator setup, pressF, or pressF. You're not pressF. Okay, that tank gets killed. That's a huge deal. The tank is the biggest problem here. Killing, okay, both tanks go down. The Marines are not covering the tanks very well, but they are doing a great job killing everything else. If the Liberator can die, the Liberator needs to die. Bring the Lings up. Just attack the Marines. You're gonna die, but it's not a good use of the Liberator's attack. Okay, all right. Look, this Liberator needs to die. It has 11 kills. Okay, the Zerglings get around, and they do get rid of the Marines. Because, again, no stim, no combat shield, no nothing. And, they transfused each other. This Liberator, however, having a great day. Pull the drones out. You have to select the drones and get them out of there. Ooh, I like the Hydralisks, though. Did that Liberator come back in and die? pressF. Why? Why would you bring that back in? It needed to be healed first. Okay, so again, Ezio took some damage. Let's just say that. 34 drones have been killed here today. Resources lost is about 5,000 for Ezio and about 3,000 for pressF. Again, pressF is losing everything he sends across the map, which not ideal. You'll notice the professional players, they'll poke, they'll do some damage. If it looks bad for them, they'll pull back, they'll keep their dudes alive for another attack, they'll regroup somewhere else, and then the next attack is even stronger. That's how you do. Look at this morphing. That is, the Brood War stuff in StarCraft 2 is just wrong. It just is. That's your hive morphing. I don't like it. It freaks me out. Whatever. Tank, 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 tank. It looks still... Okay, hold up. We're just doing mass tank marine. Again, with no upgrades for said marines. Press F, you are the strangest Terran player I may have ever seen. That's a lie. There have been stranger Terran players on this channel in all the 5 years I've been casting the StarCraft 2. Tanks firing. Ow, ow, ow. Thank you, ow. Okay, attacking into a Terran player is a bad idea, Ezio. Let him sit on 2 bases as long as he wants. If he tries to move out to 3, engage with him there. During the move out. Don't engage with him when he's already entrenched on 3 bases. Try to catch him in a situation where he's rolling out with unsieged tanks and unupgraded marines, and you'll have a better time of it. Corruptors are in production out of Ezio for some reason. I guess for the Liberators, of which I don't know that we have any at the moment. See this? See right there, that amount of Hydras, 24 Hydras, could have handled this with unsieged tanks, but siege tanks are different. Sieged tanks are a problem. 4th base for Ezio coming in. +1 flyer for the 3 corruptors he has. I mean, Broodlords here would be kind of amazing, because the Marines don't have stim. They don't have attack or armor upgrades, so they can't stim, run under the Broodlords, and kill them. Broodlords would be great, although Thors are more of a problem at this level. Thors outrange the Broodlords and do tons of single target damage when they're in the single target damage mode. So maybe not Broods. Maybe Hydras are the right answer here. This is just such a tough composition to deal with if you're a Zerg player. Alright, so here's what the hive looks like. I don't know that I've seen a Brood War hive yet. I really don't. It looks... It's so neon. It's so neon green. That is very 90s of it. Neon green was huge in the mid to late 90s. +3/+3 coming in for the Hydralisks. Very, very nice indeed. Creep spreading looking okay, considering the attacks he's been under today. He's at 78 workers to 44 for pressF. Holy schenectadies. That is an impressive advantage to hold as a Zerg player, especially considering all the damage he's taken already. I mean, for him to have lost 34 drones in the first 10 minutes and be at 78 now is really good. I'm impressed. Alright, so Thor count getting a little heavy. Hellbats are here too, because if you just have Thors, Lings will kill them. The Hellbats are there to kill the Zerglings. Greater Spire is being attempted here from Ezio. See if that works out. And honestly, Ezio, I'd be expanding again at this point, to be honest with you. Expanding here is pretty safe. Expanding here is fairly safe. Spreading creep in directions of places you want to expand before you expand there is always very nice. Try to have some forethought as to where you want to expand next, because you always want to be expanding. You really don't want to say, okay, 4 bases, I'm good. I can max out on 4 bases. Yes, that's true, but you're going to lose some army later, and you're going to want to be able to replace it, and you need extra bases for that to happen. Yes, all the gas in the world. You're going to want a ton of it. So press F, after being fairly aggressive the first 2 times around with the Marine tank stuff, he's been a little bit passive, but he's ready to go. And again, this mech has +2 attack and +1 armor. The Marines, of which we still have 8. I mean, he's made 30 Marines and not upgraded one of them, which is so weird. Or stop complaining about it. Ezio taking a base. Top side, about 1 o'clock position. A little bit later than I want him to, but you know, it's a chaotic game, StarCraft 2 is. I get it. Army supply 120 to 109. Problem as a Zerg player with a ton of workers is you don't have a lot of available supply for army, where press F has 44 workers. He has more room to army there, which is why he's only he's even on army supply right now, despite having many fewer workers and overall supply being down. So the Hydras are going in before the tanks siege up. Now the tanks siege up, and there's a couple Broodlords back here. Okay, hold on. Are the Thors attacking the Broodlords? The Vikings definitely are, which is a massive problem for the Broodlords. But you know what? They're getting some damage done. All the Thors are gone. The Hydras are focusing down The Hydras focused down the Vikings, and now the tanks are out. That was a decent hold. If not, honestly, an incredible hold. Okay, as a Zerg player, any attack that you can stop just in its tracks and obliterate before they kill one of your bases is a victory. Did you lose pretty much everything you had? Yes. But it's a victory because you have more of a bank. You can remax faster. Looking at, this Broodlord has 0 kills somehow. What? The Broodlord was there the whole time. Accomplished 0 kills. Amazing. And look at this, taking gas from this 5th base. Loving this. Ezio's doing all of the right things. I am enjoying it immensely. Good job, Ezio. On the other hand, pressF, he's doing all right. He got caught in a weird position. As mech, you don't want to be spread out, right? You want to be clumped up in a big ball of death. And if you're kind of spread out, and especially if your tanks aren't sieged initially, it's going to be a bad time. So definitely try to avoid getting attacked when you're not sieged. I know, harder, easier said than done, basically. Is he still making Thors? You probably should still make Thors. You know Broodlords are in the future, man. He's got the 1. He's making 2 more at a time. He's got the old +3 attack and +3 armor is coming in. So this is some pretty serious upgradage. That said, they are 3/3 Hydras. The Lings do have 3 armor because they share that upgrade. They don't have adrenal glands, nor... Oh, it is on the way. Great. +2 attack coming in. The upgrades here are fantastic. Out of Ezio. pressF, right side expanding, and bottom side expanding. Double expanding here. Generally, as Day 9 says, you want to expand while attacking, which he didn't do. He waited until his attack failed, and then waited some more, and then expanded twice, which is not nearly as efficient. He's been spending his money really well, though, in fairness. He's not maxed out, which is kind of a problem, but he does have 91 army supply, which is scary. Again, these are 3/3 dudes. These are 3/3 mechanics. The creep spread up here is just do not attack into this. Do not attack into this. Alright, well, Ezio's going to lose everything. I mean, he's going to kill some stuff, but yeah. Pro tip, do not attack into an entrenched Terran army sitting at one of their bases. Ever. Under any circumstances. Don't do it. They are always more comfortable at home. They will have a planetary fortress to assist. They will have turrets to assist. They will have sieged tanks to assist. You're probably attacking up a ramp or into a tiny choke. Don't do any of those things. Wait for them to move out like this. Attack them over here, where there is creep spread and there's not a planetary. If you could get a flank attack on this, like attack here and here and here, that'd be pretty cool. Same place, though. I don't know about this out of pressF. This is the site of your most recent, like, getting crushed defeat. Yeah, attacking up this ramp, I am feeling bad about it. Oh, the Thors are getting some serious work done, though. The Vikings are being left alone because the Hydras are more concerned about the tanks, which is a bigger threat to them. The Broodlords are gone. The Broodlords are gone. Killing these Thors, fine, decent priority. Roach Hydra will destroy them very quickly. The tanks are the big problem here. The tanks are the problem for the Roach Hydra and the Lings, to be honest. 19 Hydras in production, though. I love that. 19 Hydras to basically take him back up to 151 supply. He is gas starved. Like, he even has so much gas. Oh, he has not oversaturated these. That's why, if you're ever like, man, I have so many extractors, where's my gas? It's probably because you haven't really saturated all of your geysers, or maybe taken all of your geysers. Either way, this E6's got 9 kills. This one's got 21, and this base is getting wrecked. pressF doing great. So the Hydras show up and clear this out, but an attack this way from pressF. Doing a great job, honestly. I like that he's in 2 places at once here. I know mech, a lot of the goodness of mech is in being a big death ball, but also the goodness of mech is being in many places at once sometimes. Maybe just 2 places at once. So base goes down. I mean, that top right base, or that 1 o'clock base, basically got wrecked as well. It's only 55 workers for Ezio. The mass Hydra, with, again, great upgrades, some roaches in here too, and the Thors are going to get melted. So it's 52 drones that have died. 7 SCVs have been killed today. Hatchery down. This base is a ghost town. No gas income here. Still no gas income here. Oversaturated drones can be put onto the extractors for that additional gas. And pressF has got these 2 bases up and running, baby. Up and running. He's done a great job continuing to produce stuff too. He's not spending his money as quickly, but he needs more gas for what he's doing. So these 2 refineries are getting taken. That refinery is getting taken. The creep spread on the left side is great. The creep spread on the right side not getting replanted at all. And let me see. Ezio. If you're watching this, Ezio, right here, man, this is why you don't have as much gas as you want, and you have a bajillion minerals. That great. You can make a whole bunch of zerglings, but what's not great against Hellbats is zerglings. Traditionally. Oh, hey, look, Lings. How you doing, Lings? Well, the Hellbats aren't actually... There you go. One volley. Oosh. All right, man. pressF double expanded, and he's getting away with it. See, this is the stuff you gotta do if you're a meching player. Just constant blue flame Hellion attacks into bases the Zerg player is not prepared for them. If you do that stuff, they will hate you and you will win. More often than not. Dude, the drone death count. 70 drones! Ezio's at 37 drones right now and trying to replant. He's got so many minerals. Like, so many minerals. Oh, there you go. He's making 18. Good. Good, good, good. So, Ling Roach Hydra. You know what's good is Banelings. Banelings are really good units. Ling Bane Hydra is actually fantastic against Thors, especially planetaries. The number of tanks there are can be a problem, so maybe don't like just move into a bunch of tanks, but everything else mechy. Ling Bane Hydra is kind of an answer for you. Depending on how, you know, how much you have of it. Man, again, attacking into an entrenched planetary fortress style position. So the army is being dealt with. This is actually enough 3-3 Hydras to get through the repair. Like, not a lot of stuff can get through the repair of this many SCVs, but this many 3-3 Hydras absolutely can. Their TPS is through the roof. Off the charts good. And base crushed. Army crushed as well. It's 110 to 65 army supply. The Hydras have decided not to attack up this ramp again. They have some PTSD from dealing with that earlier. pressF down south. Pretty happily, I'm fairly sure Ezio doesn't know about this. Ezio does not know about this. Having some information about where your opponents are expanding is always nice. Does he think these are expired? Does he think like, oh my gosh. They turn red when they're expired. You know that. He has not taken any gas off of these 2 extractors at all. If he watched this replay back, I hope he noticed that. Because I'm sure he's like, why don't I have as much gas? Alright, so before the tanks are sieged up, man, pressF's macro is just insane! Oh, the Hydras had to spend some attacks on little stuff, and they didn't have as much time to attack the big stuff, which is going to be the siege tanks. So the siege tanks are gone. Got some more Roaches and Hydras and Lings trickling in 1 by 1 and 2 by 2 here. The Thors want nothing to do with Roach Hydra at all. And that's your good game. pressF taps out. And Ezio is victorious in 24 minutes. That was a pretty darn impressive win out of Ezio, considering the traditional answer to mech is going to be spellcasters, right? You want to have abduct to abduct the Thors into groups of Hydras or Lurkers. You want to have Blinding Cloud to deal with the tanks, but I don't know. If you're good enough on the macro, as Ezio was here today, you can kind of just brute force it. Just kind of get it in situations where the tanks aren't sieged, or if the tanks are sieged, focus them down with your 3-3 Hydras and 3-3 Roaches. I mean, the resources lost here today, if we look at it, is 41,000 for Ezio and 27,000 for pressF. That is a humongous difference. It's a 5-to-1 kill-death ratio for Ezio. But you know what? It doesn't matter. He had the better economy. And that's how this works. Incredible. Good stuff. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, as far as tips for pressF are concerned, make sure your tanks are sieged up. Make sure you're not attacking in weird positions where you're kind of stretched out this way. More Blue Flame Hellion attacks into bases are always great when you're playing mech. And otherwise, I liked the upgrades. I liked the production. Expanding was a little bit late, but otherwise it was a pretty good mech game from a lower level player. Just a few things to clean up, and I think he has a better time with it. So good game from both, and that is going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Remember, check it out on the new channel. Link in the description, October 1st. Subscribe now. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.